man, we're going to get you ready with a special hot and cold segment. Hot and cold, man. We're going to talk about some of the hot players in the drafts that have been happening already, some of the cold players in the drafts that have been happening already. We've analyzed that stuff so we can tell you. Let's go first to the hot players, T, and let's talk about two must-draft players. All right, you pick one, I'll pick one, you pick one, and so on. And then I got a little comparison to show you. How about your must-draft?
You're the boss. My first must draft here is if you can get this guy, it's Justin Jefferson. I just think there's can't miss with him. Wow. People are going to say Cooper Kupp. Well, I like Allen Robinson a lot right now, and I think they're going to focus on the run game to save Matthew Stafford's a tendonitis in his arm a little bit. They didn't have Robert Woods for the full season. Cooper Kupp just had an all-time season. For guys to do that multiple years in a row, that's a big ask, right? He's gonna regress. So give me Justin Jefferson, because not only was he fourth in receptions, second in yards, but he's now in an even better offense. All right. He's in a pass first offense. Thielen being back and healthy gives, they should alleviate some pressure that typically comes on him. He could have an even bigger year this year with Kirk Cousins taking a step as a passer and the offense the head coach being focused offense first here. I really like Justin Jefferson to lead potentially fantasy football in scoring.
I like him. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. He's not the best LSU player out there, though. I'll tell you that.
I know.
The best LSU player is over on the Bengals, but I love that pick. I do love your pick. Let me go over to someone a little bit further down the draft board that I really like. He's wide receiver 13, Michael Pittman, the guy behind me. You see that picture behind me, Team Money? Hey, solid year last year with Wentz, but now we move to Matty Ice. Matty Ice is going to help Michael Pittman. I'm going to give you a little stat, man. From 2008 to 2020, Matt Ryan's top wide receiver averaged 156 targets per year and finished as a top 10 fantasy wideout in all but one of those seasons. Michael Pittman, good pick there, must have.
Nope, I like it. Now, caveat that it was Julio Jones for a majority of that all-time great receiver, but agree with you. And I'm a piggyback for you, give you a little boost. Frank Reich just quoted saying, we can't be a ground and pound offense. Those don't win Super Bowls. So, they're going to try to pass the ball more than they ever have, especially with Matt Ryan coming in. I like it a lot, G-Man.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. My second must-have here, Aaron Jones. All right. I think a lot of guys are sleeping on Aaron Jones right now. He's going at about 9 or 10 running back wise in a lot of the fantasy drafts and PPR. And people are high on AJ Dillon. And look, I like AJ Dillon. That dude might be Quadzilla 2.0. He's just massive, but he's still their best running back. He's still on a big time contract. So they're going to give him the ball. But he also might be the best receiver on that team. And like we talked about earlier in the show, G-Man, even when A.J. Dillon is on the field, Aaron Jones is going to line up at receiver in maybe some sort of wishbone package where he flares out. This guy is going to get plenty of run touches and still line up as a receiver and he's just going to get all the touches. Aaron Rodgers only throws to guys he trusts, and Aaron Jones is going to be the benefit of that. I love Aaron Jones to maybe be top 5, top 3 guy this year. I think he's being criminally underrated.
All right. Hey, I love him. I love him too. You're obviously talking to the draft managers and who they're going to take with those first few picks. These are some great picks that you're bringing up. I'm coming down a little bit further into that second, third round realm, and maybe a little bit further, giving you some guys I think can start and score a lot of points for your team. I'm going down to, let's go down to number 28, RB 28, Kareem Hunt. I like Kareem Hunt this year. His contract expires in 2023. So a lot of incentive here. And if he ends up at another team, he could be the number one at some other team. He only played 8 games last year due to calf injury, and he killed it in those 8 games. He averaged 17 fantasy points per game before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So he's got some upside, man. This guy has some upside. If they ever let him loose, he's going to be great. He's 6th ranked yards after contact. I like Kareem Hunt here, man, as a must-have.
All right. I like him too. He's being very underdrafted right now. But he's automatically an RB1 if Nick Chubb goes down, and can be a playable flex even when Nick Chubb is healthy. I like him a lot as well, G.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned where he's being drafted, because my next little question here for you, I went up and grabbed the rankings of the players being drafted higher than what the experts are saying. That's ECR versus ADP. ECR is the consensus ranking, the expert ranking. ADP is the average draft position of people like you and me that are in the draft. So it's where they're drafted versus where they're ranked by the experts. And these guys I'm going to tell you right here, I want to get your reaction to them. These guys are getting love in the drafts. The draft managers love them a lot more than what the experts are saying. What do you think, man? That means they're going to draft them earlier than you think. All right, here's the top 5. TJ Hawkinson from Detroit. We got DeAndre Hopkins from Arizona, Hunter Renfrow, Antonio Gibson, Adam Thielen, and one of the guys, 8th, the highest ranked guy, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is getting drafted, and he's ranked 27. He's getting drafted 10 spots earlier than that.
Yeah, well, you got a question for me, G? What do you want from me?
What do you think about that? Do you think those guys are getting drafted earlier than the experts think?
I mean, I don't have the list of all 10 guys you just named off. I don't have that good of a memory, but TJ Hawkinson, I'm okay on.
Nick Chubb, what do you think about Nick Chubb?
I'm not sold on him. Nick Chubb, I like early, especially those first 11 games. He's going to be the focus of the offense. Jacoby Brissett's not going to light the world on fire. Adam Thielen,
you're not alone. You're not alone.
I'm up on Adam Thielen. I do think he's going to have a big year because of the pass first offense the Vikings are moving into and all the pressure going to Cook and Jefferson. TJ Hawkinson, not sold on. I think he's going to get a lot of targets, but Jared Goff's throwing him the ball. Amon St. Brown is killing it. I like him. Jameson Williams coming back in the second half of the year is going to slow him down. Who are the others you were naming there? I can't even remember.
Well, I think some of the issue is that they're ranked so low that people are drafting them at the regular positions. Like Adam Thielen's ranked 78th, but people are drafting him sooner.
Yeah.
They think that he's going to do what he always has done. Whereas I think the experts see him falling back.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
So interesting, man. All right, he's a wide receiver 34, Thielen, but 78th overall. But that's interesting there. When you're in your draft, you got to know, hey, where are these players going to get drafted higher than what the experts are saying? Or are they going to get drafted lower? I'm going to